What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's Emma Jamma here. Welcome to another live trading session. We're just going to give it a minute for everybody to pop on in here, and we'll get going. Let's talk a little bit while we wait for people to pop in. Let's do some recap of our earnings from this morning. We had a couple. We had AMC last night. Our meme stock Central. Sales were down about 15% quarter over quarter. I mean, some of the numbers were okay. Loss per share was 14 cents. Loss per share was only 6 cents fourth quarter of 2021. So double loss per share year over year. Net cash used was 33 million. Operating cash generated was 57 million. So, available liquidity about 842 million. Nothing fantastic there. I mean, we know AMC can run at any time, so I'm not going to hate on the stock. I've made a whole lot of money on AMC, but that's the AMC earnings. Let's check a couple more and then we'll get started. I want to let some people jump in before we start going. A lot of people are missing the levels for entry, so I'm really going to give it 3 or 4 minutes to let people get in here, and we'll talk about other shit until then. Let's check a couple other earnings here, and we will go from there. We've got, well, that would be why the link isn't in our hold on, I've got to put this link in the bot in our live now thing. It's not correct. So give me 1 second, guys. That link's not in there. That's why there's not a lot of people here. Let me grab the link, copy, edit this. Sorry, I got to edit the event, guys, because it's not in our event. Edit. Switch this link. All right. There we go. That's why. There's only 20 people. Paste. Next. Save. All right. The link is now in our bot. We're going to give it a minute for people to get in here, and we'll get going from there. Turn on the comments here. Yeah, the link wasn't in the event thing correctly. I apologize for that, guys. It is now, and it usually should be for what's happening now. We usually have the link to the actual stream. It was just the generic Penny Boys link. Still, apologies for that. All right, let's go through a couple more earnings while some people get in here, and then we'll pop on over to our charts. We had Dollar Tree earnings as well. Let's see what Dollar Tree's doing this morning. Dollar Tree's up 1% this morning. Nothing substantial here. It's a stock that's a little slower moving. It did get a dump off with earnings. It's down 2% pre-market. It was up 1% yesterday. NEO is another one that had earnings. NEO had really great sales year over year, but it had a little bit of, a wider loss than expected. Beat sales, wider loss. I still think this one could pop back up. We're down about 1.5%. This gapped up. China stocks gapped up. We played Baba yesterday in the Discord. That thing gapped up 6% overnight. I did hold a couple contracts on Baba because you could tell we were at that place where we were ready for that pickup of support here. If you put on the 4-hour chart, it really looked good. We were starting to bounce, curl back up. RSI was oversold. It was time. My pick of the week, write this down, guys, ALZN. We need some volume on this, though. That's what we're looking for. I'm going to give you guys these kind of picks every once in a while. I gave you GNS 60 cents, beforehand. I gave you guys OCEA over 500%. GNS went over 800%. I gave it to you guys at 60 cents 2 days before it popped. Pay attention to these. My hot pick of the week, over 58 to 60 cents ALZN. I like here. We need to see some volume come in. I want to see 2 or 3 days of volume over 150K for the day. Write this down, put it in your notes. I want ALZN. I'm going to give you the ticker here. ALZN is the stock I'm looking at. Volume over 150K daily. And we want to see that a couple days in a row, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. And I think we get a really nice pop on this when we bounce off that double bottom perfectly. Top watch right here, ALZN. Bank it. Second top watch is Microvision. We're bouncing off this trend line right here. Looks really, really great. If you're part of the discount, I would look out for a trade coming from me over the 265 area. I want to see it hold. I don't like taking entries when we're green pre-market on this really jagged type chart, because if we get a little bit of sell off of market open, we could have ended up getting up 4 to 5%, 10% better entry. So we're going to wait. That's my 2 picks. Let's get into the day trading. Let's shift this chart. Oh my God, I still got the giant Amy face on. Apologies, guys. There we go. ALZN was the chart, and MVIS. Need to see some volume on this. ALZN over 150K on the daily. Bank it, be ready to buy. And I don't usually give those kind of, sneak peeks ever, even to the members in the Discord. So let's get going here. We've got RKDA. I think this was a split of some sort, reverse split, obviously. Sold off a little bit. We've had some historically really great reverse splits. It's been kind of the trend. Like, we went through that trend, and you guys probably remember this. A few months ago, it was that IPO trend. These things were red, stinking hot. We had HKD, WLDS, these stocks, MGAM, that were IPOs that came out and ripped. As of late, reverse splits have been quite interesting. That's been where you're getting a lot of eyes. People are noticing it. Not as much those IPOs. We shift. We have the meme stocks. We shift into, these IPOs. We shift into reverse splits. We shift into prospective oil stocks we had back with the oh my God, the ticker just slipped my head. I don't remember the name of the ticker, the oil ticker from last year. I apologize for that. But anyway, so this one, let's look at like over 950. And even at that, unless they really get some eyes pre-market and starts to get some volume coming in, is the only way I really even like this. This is not actually up 3,500%. It's a split. We know that. RETA has been insane. I mean, I want to just give some love to Mr. SLP, our swing trader, in the Discord real quick. I'm going to do a shameless plug on someone other than myself. Some of you guys might come in here and you don't really want to pay Discord or pay the premium this and that because you're like, I can't live trade. It's too fast for me. It doesn't work, this or that. All right, y'all, we had a testimonial this morning, 30 days in. This gentleman was 9 for 12. With a net gain of like 4K and a loss of $130 exclusively on our swing trades. Mr. SLP, our swing trade extraordinaire, walked through this Reddit trade step by step. And I'm talking step by step for 3 days, updating when they delayed the results. We got the FDA approval there. He was talking through this trade. And I mean, and he didn't even reap the rewards of the best part of the gains. He took his gains on this nice little pop yesterday, which is the smart thing to do. But like, we're on these trades. Just the information you get in the Discord on FDA approvals or reverse splits or news in general. I mean, between Top and Mr. SLP, every single big news catalyst of the day, you're going to get in the Discord within 4, 5, 6 minutes of these news coming out. So that's my shameless plug. I love you, Mr. SLP. If you're listening, everybody show him some love in the Discord. He really deserves it. And he hates when I call him out by name like that. But that was a killer trade, and I just want to show him some love. So anyway, RETA here. This line right here, we've got this wedge. This one's got eyes on it all day. FDA approval. We know these FDA approvals, even though it gapped up 172%. FDA approval, this thing can have multiple days and weeks where this ends up being a $200 to $300 stock at the end of it. And you go, damn, I didn't look at it because it had popped with approval, never looked back. This is one to watch for the next little while. We could absolutely get some dumps. So what we're watching here is we're watching our wick low, obviously, pre-market after hours. Yeah, this is pre-market. So a nice bounce off to $75 or that impulsive move up above, say $89 to $90 is my 2 entries I do like. We want to give it, what I talk about, demagnetizing ourselves from that wedge, because just because we start peeking out of that wedge doesn't mean it's ready for the trade. We don't want to take it that quickly. So, all right. And ONCS is another one. We've got this quad top here we're sitting at just from pre-market on the minute chart. Nothing special, but it does tell me, the momentum's holding up. We have a very, very clear trend line here. And the interesting about this one is I'm willing to bet if we put our old trusty fibs on, our impulse break, we probably pulled back to our golden zone. And would you look at that right here, guys? Like, this matters. And I always talk about it's never too late. Even if you missed that first pop, our second pop paid better than the first pop, unless you were in and out in 1 minute. This second pop off our golden fibs right here at $1.50 went to 245, 65%. And you missed the first pop, and it doesn't effing matter. Learn your fibs, folks. I've been going over it a lot every Thursday in our premium section in the afternoon. We do like a day trading. We teach day trading as well as day trading. And last week we focused a lot on the fibs, and I have a feeling we're going to this week again because I've got Barb with a lot of questions still. Love you, Barb. So we'll be going over some stuff again this Thursday. Be there, be square, noon Central, 1 Eastern. We'll be going over some stuff on fibs. Even in the free, I'll give you guys a little bit. If you want to check out our free section, it's right here, discord.gg/pennyboys. Come check us out. We've got a lot of free information in there. All right, so anyway, this one, we're looking for that break and that hold over the 240 to 245 area. I don't think we necessarily need to wait for that 245. I would say 242 to 243 is a good entry on this one. We want to get away from this quad top here. We want to break above it with some really sustained volume. Our volume pre-market's great. We have 1 minute candles with 500K pre-market. That shows me that the eyes are on this. Everybody's watching this one. That's what we want to see. HLBZ is kind of my favorite stock this morning. It keeps uptrending. It's just really nice. It's got really good movement for second, third chance opportunities. I mean, you missed this first pop early morning. Every single one of these bounces was good for 17 to 20, this 10 to 15% every single time we get these bounces. Ideally, I would love to see us come down, test right in this area here, and then bounce, and then take our entry. So this one I wouldn't really, and then above, if we get a strong push at market open, I would say above 202 to 203 in this area here, or check for that bounce, and then we take our entry. That's what we're going to watch on that. Sorry, my alarm's going off. We got 2 minutes till market open. We haven't even gone through the SPY. What am I doing? Emma Jamma. SPY. We gapped up and we sold off ever since. We've had some weird catalysts this morning. We've had some news. NVIDIA had a little bit of weird news, I think, that pulled down the market, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously, immediately, we're looking at this pre-market low. Boom, boom, right here. That's the very first thing we're looking at. A flush of this level, this 394.75. Wait for the retest. We talk about the retests a lot. You're always going to get the retest. And if you don't get the retest, oh well, move on to the next trade. I like waiting for the retest. There's 19,000 stocks to trade. I would prefer to miss a trade and not get the retest than jump in on an impulsive move. That's just me. That's all there is to it. That's what we're going to do. On the upside, I would say a break. First level we're looking at, our immediate level is going to break over this after hours high. It wasn't the pre-market high. It was after hours high. And then, of course, we've got this level here as well. And we've got our upper level. Our wick high. So we've got our 4 levels here. This would be I'm not necessarily going to touch in between here and here. This is my zone I'm not touching. All right. And we're going to leave this on today. I don't care if it's looking through gray, because we keep going back on this, and we lost yesterday because I didn't follow my own stinking rules. We don't want to touch it in that zone here. And this is a very, very tight zone. This is only $1, guys. We could sit out and not trade that dollar and be okay with it. So those are our immediate areas we're looking at. If we pop out our 15-minute, if we lose that area here, obviously we're looking at that 394.25, that 393.64. So we'll pop a couple lines on those areas so we know our pickup areas that we're looking at. And then obviously we also have our wick low from yesterday before market close, which is kind of right where we're at right now. We're actually at a pretty major point of confluence right now. Minute charts up. Let me pop on these pre-market traders because we just opened the market. Let's see how at least these top 4 are doing. Very interesting to see this. Okay, so we know what we're looking at here. We want to see that bounce off our lower trend line, or we want to see that impulsive break up above that $89 to $90 area. I don't know What's our float on? Okay, it's not a teeny float. It's a 30 mil. It's nothing insane though. It could get some more good movement behind it. It's not a $1 billion float, anything crazy. ONCS, same thing. We're filling out our wedge, just kind of hanging out. Excuse me. Let me fix my mouse here. And our HLBZ, my favorite. I'd love to see the bounce right here. So, all right. So in the area we're bouncing at now, I would officially take entry above 19 cents. If we come back bounce in this area, 19 cents is my entry. Let's pop this bad boy green, and we'll go from there. That doesn't mean we're going to bounce here. That means if we do bounce here, I want to see us at least fully engulf that candle to take our entry. Our KDA is just trash. I'm not even going to come back to it. It's going to trade sideways like that the rest of the day. We know what we're looking at on RETA. We know the zone we're not really touching. Let's see what VBOS is doing. It looks a little interesting here. Okay, so VBOS are like entry above 85 cents, like immediate right here, because it looks like it wants to pop. So I set that buy at 85, nothing below 85 though. We want to see it push up above that area here. I'm not going to fix this. So 85-cent entry on that one. Let me see if this is updated quickly today and we actually have the right trades. We do. Yay. All right. And I'm not too worried about what the SPY's doing. The first 15 minutes, I kind of want to let it settle, make up its mind here. All right, so let's watch if we get that bounce at that wick low, 75 cents. Let's see what happens in this area right here, because this one is acting pretty interesting. It's been consolidating, not necessarily a bull flag, because obviously, but we do have a nice little wedge here, a descending wedge. All right, lower lows, lower highs. That's kind of what we're looking at, this wedge pattern here. Our HLBZ still selling off some. That's okay. That's okay. So on this one here, we would want to watch for the pickup of support around this area here. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not really touching it anywhere within that area. If we break back up over bullish, I would lower this entry to say 18.5 cents, 0.186, something like that. Lions halted up here. This is old fibs, actually. I think I put these on yesterday. I did. No. This was this morning. Okay, we didn't go over our levels on this one, though. All right, so lying on this halt up, we just did the fibs and went to the next chart. I just realized that. Oh, no. We did put the level here. Okay, $20 is kind of the level I'm looking at. We are halted. Is that a 29% candle, it says? Okay. That doesn't seem right, though. Hold on. No, that's not right. Something's wrong with this one, because that's not a 29% candle. It says here so we'll come back to that one because that's not right. RKDA. All right, so our RETA is testing that area right now that we've been watching. HLBZ is actually breaking over our 18 cents as well. We want to see this keep pushing up, and 18.5 cents would be our entry. And then Lion, I'm not sure what's going on with that one. We'll check in a minute. All right, let's pop on. These aren't too exciting right now, so I'm going to pop on our options. Let's look at our options. So we're very undecided right now, very contained, sitting in a super tight wedge here. I want to check NEO because we did have earnings. We should have some nice volatility on earnings. We're down about 4% here. For me, China stocks are kind of bullish today. For me, I'm hard pressed to see NEO really drop too much deeper than this. I do like a bullish entry above, say, 910, 912, like almost the area we're at right now. If the next candle opens up and starts pushing, I do actually like a NEO entry here. 38 cent, $9 contract. Again, that's the 38 call. Or the $9 call at 38 cents. Right now, I'm not sure what the price will be for the fill. I'm not in it. Again, I will let you know when I buy. I just want to give you guys the contract here in the chat so you know which one. And it is this Friday's expiration. There it is right there. Again, I'm not in this. I want to see what it does over the next couple minutes here. SPY's hanging out in our super contained area, not doing much of anything. We're not missing anything there. How much is my BABA up? It's actually selling off right now, so I really do need to sell this pretty quick. I'm up about 160% on that BABA from yesterday. Power hour, I did not update a hold on that. It's not a active alert because I did not tell everybody I was holding that. And mRNA is turning green. We have a spread on that out. So all right, let's see what happens. If this keeps, I mean, obviously, I will start to turn pretty stinking bearish on Neo if we like lose the 385 or 875 area. Excuse me. It does look like it wants to pick up some support in this area here. I want to make sure it does break that wick higher. I'm really not going too bullish on that in full honesty. It does look like the SPY. It's just consolidating. It's very tight. And again, not playing this zone here is going to protect us from not getting caught in a lot of bull trap type situations, bear traps type situations. There's a lot of myths, fables, things with day trading. Successful day traders are done by like 11 a.m. Eastern. All right. But successful day traders, here's another thing about successful day traders, everybody. If you haven't identified a strong move in the first couple minutes, like right here, either it's someone going into multi-leg strategy iron condor type trades where we really look dead, and you can kind of anticipate that into pre-market. There's a few different ways you can do that. And if you want to know when I can anticipate a more really super contained zone, that's something we can go over Thursday as well. So successful day traders are either can anticipate the flat and are taking those trades, or getting that impulsive move the first few minutes, catching that, or they're waiting for the first 15 minutes or so to see what some of these charts do, and they're taking that entry there. That's just the reality of it. Let's pop back on these top gainers and check them. Sell off. This hasn't hit entry. ONCS is still selling off on the wave down. VVOS didn't hit our entry. HLBZ is still consolidating. So we haven't had too much exciting anything. Yeah, Lion was strange to me with that halt. Okay, this is an interesting chart right here. Let me see. I gotta check. Okay, what is the float on here? Yeah, it's a bigger float. And I want to look at the volume real quick. 25K, 33K. Okay. This one's interesting above, say, now it's not that great, actually. Just because we have nothing else behaving the way I want to see it doesn't make me want to over commit to something that isn't necessarily great. I was going to say this looks okay above that like 2650 level to maybe test this high again. But it just the movement of the chart, this and that, it's not the greatest. It's me just really looking for something to trade. This one's pretty interesting as well. If we have that impulse break over like the $11 area, I think that's kind of interesting here. Over that 1120, I think we could get a pretty strong impulsive move. There it is. I didn't even give a chance to tell you guys the entry I like, 15 million float. Yeah, this one actually looks quite good here. I would love to see this candle pull back a little bit to give people entry and then have a secondary pitch, because I couldn't even get it on my mouth to get in $11 there. Tried. We were about 10 seconds too late on that one, guys. But this one does look pretty good here. So let's watch and see if we end up in this little bit of a channel here. See if this candle pulls back right. If we push green immediately over that 1150 right here, I would expect $12. But I would love to see a strong pickup of support at the 1075 area and then a push over 11 again. That's where I would kind of like that entry. We have nothing active we're in right now. It's just, we don't force trades around here, guys. I'm not going to do it unless we hit our Neo entry. We did not hit our Neo entry yet. All right. We're not going to force trades, because what do I always say about a break-even trade or not trading at all? It's a win. It is a win. So exhaustion candles here, even if we break over our bullish zone right here at say 396, that doesn't mean I would take calls in this next candle, because I believe a couple candles very bullish like that, you could get a better entry. You're going to get a pullback candle before that push back up. And if we don't, we don't. We wait for the next trade. You guys know that about me. So I try to really be EB. Why is this up? I was looking at this with someone yesterday. I don't know why this is up, but look at that. Oh my gosh. I remember why now. And it popped. I'll tell you what, if you're in here, you know who you are. And that thing popped. So that was nice setup there. All right. Yeah, it definitely popped. Damn, I should have bought some when we were charting it. That's hilarious. All right. So I'm not touching anything in this right here. I'm not forcing trades, guys. I can teach. We can do all sorts of stuff. I'm not going to force trades. I am quite bull. I mean, honestly. So let me check our sell off. We obviously broke over that 0.235. So Baba above $92 I like for an entry as well. I'm a little bit bull. I mean, obviously the market can pull down everything. We know the market isn't the greatest right now. SPY's undecided. It is red. But I like the China stocks today, guys. We gapped up. China market ripped. I'm not sure if it closed, but at 3 a.m. it looked really good. I actually do like what this is doing right now. Now with the Bob, I'd say like the 93 at a buck 6. I want to see what these next couple candles do, but I actually really do like Baba. And in fact, I would probably pull this down to about 91.90. I want to see what the next couple candles do, though, because I do believe that this one has a little bit of a run back in it. We do have a salt and pepper chart. Not everything is red. Some things are turning red, though, like Netflix was green. Now it's turning red. Baba's all right. So there was our Baba entry that I was talking about. It was the 93 at $1.06. Sorry, $1.10. I will tell you if and when I get filled. All right, I'm filled. About 6. And I wanted to pause out the VWAP. Even if we get some pullback here, I'm good with that. I want to stay above the VWAP. I am okay with a little bit of pullback here, though. I am pretty bullish in general with Baba today, to be honest. All right, sorry guys. I gotta get my contracts ready to sell as well. And we will keep going from there. All right. So what I'm watching is this line right here as our trend support pickup here. I don't mind a little bit of sell off, to be honest. That's when I'm going to, like I talked about Zoom yesterday, being a little bit patient with it. I do believe Baba is one that we have a nice little push from today. I'm not going to overly react to a couple red candles here on that one. SPY's just kind of hanging out, super consolidated, super tight zone as well. If you're in Baba, don't take your eyes off the chart, guys, please. I'm floating through a couple of other ones we are watching. Okay, so Neo, obviously we didn't get filled here, but Neo did have a candle push up to that level. I'm interested to see what the next couple candles do. So if we get a secondary push up here above 910, again, I do like that. It's at like 32 cents. It's really cheap. That $9 contract, it's at 32 cents right now. That's the one I actually do like. And I'm watching. If I do take a fill, it's super cheap, a little higher risks. We should get some good volatility from that one in general. And it's really it's a boring day. I mean, there we go. So we've got Retta trying to break out again. I'll actually lower that $90 entry to an $89 entry. This wick high, 88.49 to 88.75. This entry here, I think you could have a nice strong push from that entry there. ONCS okay, so ONCS broke our 235 entry, hit 265. That's over 12%. Again, anyone who's newer to these streams, pick the chart that makes sense to you. And you say, okay, I like that setup. That's the one I'm going to take, and set your buys. Be ready for it. Watch your chart. We're floating through. I'm trying to give multiple trade ideas to you guys on these stocks. That's really what I'm trying to do. And HLBZ is still selling off a little bit. Let's go back to our recently viewed. And So Baba is pushing up here. We really want to see this push over that 92.31 area in the next candle or two. And I think we do that. We can test that $93 pretty easily. Not overly concerned about that. And then Neo is still kind of hanging out in this area here. I still don't want to take it till above 910. You guys know the contract I like. I'd rather give up 5-6% of gains to make sure we're on that uptrend and we're moving on up. On that one. At that note, it's 8:45 a.m. I'm going to hop on over to the Discord. You guys all rock. If you're not part of the Discord, again, the Discord, I'm gonna put my face on blast again. Discord.gg/pennyboys. We have live trading in there. We have live streams in there every single day. There's our pop candle right there. So I want to wait for pull, and the next pullback candle and the next push green is when I will take my entry to fill. Discord.gg/BennyBoys. See us there. Baba, I'm going to watch Baba. I'll update it over in there. And I'll see you guys there. Thank you. I will meet you guys in the Discord, and we will continue to live trade. Yesterday we had we had 2 losses yesterday, but we had also 3 wins that were 35 to 65%. I'll see you guys over there.